All right, we're going to talk a little bit here just a quick real estate update, particularly going into the end of the year. One of the things I want to touch on is why to buy right now. But I also want to touch on this is that you should be engaged in what's going on around you. Being engaged in what's going on around you, meaning this, is I'm an eye test type of a guy. And I'm an eye test type of a guy, meaning that I don't always follow what everybody's telling me. I don't always follow trends as far as, or fads, I should say. I'm not a huge fan of analytics. Now, I am a fan of analytics of knowing certain things, but I don't believe that they tell the whole story. I believe that that whole story, a good part of that story, can be told by the eye test. And what the eye test really means is that if you're really engaged, if you're really paying attention, and if you're really listening to whatever it is that you are involved in, or your field is, or your interests are, that you will begin to know, see, believe, follow, and understand where things are, where things are going. So let's talk about that for a second. I mean, look at what's going on with the stock market. You know, the eye test can tell you that suddenly with the stock market worldwide, that we've now are entering some challenges. It's no secret that some of those challenges strongly by the technology market. I mean, stuff that still has good earnings, companies that are great earnings that aren't going anywhere. Your Amazon, your Googles, all this type of stuff. They're not going anywhere, but all of a sudden they're not in favor right now. A lot of that, in my opinion, has to also do with the interest rates rising, and that it's going to cost more for everyone to have more money as far as credit goes. And at the end of the day, when rates rising like that, is that we have forces that be that are challenging that as far as the rates going up, and that's going to affect everything and everyone. So you already look at this, you have to know this, you have to understand that. So now when you go into why buy now, why should I buy real estate right now? So let's talk about that. Now I'm only going to talk about one segment right now, and the segment I'm going to talk about is if you happen to be either a first-time buyer and or someone that just doesn't have a personal residence that you own right now. And let's suppose you've been waiting, or don't think you can buy, or don't think that you should buy. Think of this. I was running these numbers for a potential client earlier today. Remember, it's your monthly payment, your monthly obligation that's got to be the most important thing to you. Now, I understand you got to save money for down payments. There are programs, there are things out there that can be done about that. But everybody needs somewhere to live. You're either renting and you're providing and building a legacy for someone else, or you're owning a piece of property and you're doing that for yourself, your family, building your legacy, getting your tax benefits, and building your memories from that. It's either one or the other. There's no in between in that, assuming, of course, that you're unfortunately not homeless or on the street. So you're going to be either renting or you're going to be purchasing. So deal with this. If you are purchasing, the numbers I was running was, let's look at a house that's $400,000. And in the areas that I'm working right now, $400,000 sales price is not a high sales price. But check this out. If you were to put 10% down, 10% down would be $40,000. But if you were to put 10% down and your interest rate was at 5%, which is about what the rates are right now, you're looking at a monthly payment, not including your taxes and insurance, of approximately somewhere around $1,300. Now, let's take it if that interest rate goes to 7%. Same $400,000 sale price, same 10% down. You know you're now looking somewhere around $2,200 a month, not including your taxes and insurance. See, don't sit on the sideline and wait and say, okay, well, I'm going to wait because the property values are going to just drop, and then I'm going to buy something. No, what's important is what's going to happen with your interest rate. Do you think that if the interest rates right now are at 5%, do you think they'll go to 7% sooner than they'll go to 3%? Remember, they've only been 3% one time, lowest rate historically since pre-World War II. So, look at whatever your monthly obligation is as far as what you can afford. You're going to either rent or you're going to purchase. I say purchase while the rates are lower. You'll get more for your dollar now than you will down the road. And remember, no matter what you're going through in life, it's just a temporary condition because things change. And no matter what, it truly is a fantastic life. God bless. And remember this video. Call us. We're here to help.